Imagine walking through chaos, and nothing inside you moves. There is a level of control that most people never experience. A quiet strength. A steady mind. A calm that does not break under pressure. This is what it means to become emotionally untouchable. Not because life becomes easy, but because your mind becomes stronger than anything life throws at you. The Stoics built their lives around this idea. And among them, Marcus Aurelius practiced these habits daily, not in comfort, but in the middle of stress, responsibility, and constant challenge. Emotional control is not something you are born with. It is something you build. And it begins with a simple realization. You are not your emotions. You are the one observing them. This shift changes everything. Most people believe that when they feel something, they must act on it. They feel anger, and they react. They feel frustration, and they complain. They feel discomfort, and they escape. But the Stoic does something different. He observes first. He creates space between the feeling and the action. And in that space, there is control. This is the first habit, separation. When something triggers you, you do not immediately respond. You pause. You notice what is happening inside you. You identify the emotion. You name it. This is anger. This is frustration. This is impatience. And when you name it, you separate from it. Because now, you are not inside the emotion. You are observing it. Marcus Aurelius practiced this constantly. He reminded himself that the mind has the ability to remain unaffected unless it chooses otherwise. This means that no situation has the power to disturb you without your permission. Think about that. Nothing can control your emotions unless you allow it. This realization gives you responsibility. Because it means your reactions are your choice. The second habit is controlling your internal narrative. Every situation is neutral until your mind gives it meaning. Something happens. And instantly, your mind creates a story. This is unfair. This is disrespectful. This is a problem. These thoughts create your emotions. If you change the story, you change the emotion. The Stoic understands this. He rewrites the narrative. Instead of saying, "This is terrible," he says, "This is part of life." Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" he says, "This is an opportunity to practice control." This is not about pretending everything is positive. It is about choosing interpretations that make you stronger. Because your thoughts shape your emotional experience. The third habit is emotional restraint. Just because you feel something does not mean you need to express it. Most people act on emotion immediately. They speak without thinking. They react without control. And this creates problems. The Stoic restrains himself. He allows the emotion to exist without acting on it. He gives himself time. Because he understands that emotions are temporary. They rise. They peak. They fade. If you act at the peak, you lose control. If you wait, you regain it. This is discipline. Not suppression. But control. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to remain steady, even when provoked. He understood that reacting emotionally often leads to regret. And that true strength lies in control. The fourth habit is detachment from outcomes. Many emotions come from expectations. You expect things to go a certain way. And when they do not, you feel frustrated. You feel disappointed. You feel stressed. The Stoic removes this attachment. He focuses on effort, not outcome. He does what he can. He acts with intention. But he does not depend on the result. This creates emotional stability. Because your state of mind is no longer tied to things you cannot control. You remain steady, regardless of what happens. The fifth habit is reducing the importance of external events. Not everything is as important as it seems. Most things are small. But your mind exaggerates them. It turns minor issues into major problems. The Stoic keeps things in perspective. He asks himself, "Is this really important? Will this matter in the long run?" Most of the time, the answer is no. And when you realize that, your emotional reaction decreases. Because you stop giving unnecessary importance to small things. This keeps your mind calm. The sixth habit is controlling your environment. Your surroundings influence your thoughts. If you are constantly exposed to negativity, your mind absorbs it. If you are surrounded by distraction, your focus weakens. The Stoic is aware of this. He chooses his environment carefully. He reduces exposure to things that disturb his mind. He creates space for clarity. This is not avoidance. It is strategy. Because your environment shapes your mental state. The seventh habit is practicing silence. Silence is powerful. Most people talk too much. They react verbally. They express every thought. This creates unnecessary conflict. The Stoic values silence. He speaks only when necessary. He listens more than he talks. This gives him control. Because he is not constantly reacting. He is observing. He is thinking. He is choosing his words carefully. This creates strength. Because silence prevents emotional escalation. The eighth habit is accepting discomfort. Comfort makes you weak. It makes you dependent. When things are easy, you feel good. When things become difficult, you struggle. The Stoic trains himself to accept discomfort. He does not run from it. He faces it. He understands that discomfort is part of growth. This removes emotional fragility. Because you are no longer dependent on comfort. You can handle difficulty without losing control. The ninth habit is understanding human behavior. People will act in ways that frustrate you. They will be emotional. They will be irrational. They will misunderstand you. The Stoic expects this. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that people act according to their nature. When you understand this, you stop taking things personally. You stop reacting emotionally. Because you see behavior for what it is. Not as an attack, but as a reflection of the other person. This creates emotional distance. And distance creates control. The 10th habit is practicing gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus. Instead of focusing on what is wrong, you focus on what is right. This changes your emotional state. Because your mind goes where your attention goes. The Stoic practices this intentionally. He appreciates what he has. He values the present moment. This creates calm. Because you are not constantly seeking more. You are grounded. The 11th habit is mental rehearsal. The Stoic prepares his mind. He imagines challenges before they happen. He visualizes difficult situations. And he practices staying calm. This prepares him. Because when the situation happens, it is not new. He has already trained his response. This reduces emotional reaction. Because you are ready. The 12th habit is emotional independence. Your emotions should not depend on others. Not on their words. Not on their actions. The Stoic builds his stability internally. He is not easily influenced. He remains steady. Because his peace comes from within. This is true strength. Because it cannot be taken from you. The 13th habit is letting go quickly. Holding on to emotions creates suffering. The longer you hold on to anger, the stronger it becomes. The Stoic lets go. He does not carry emotional weight. He releases it. This keeps his mind light. Because he is not holding on to negativity. He moves forward. The 14th habit is consistency. This is not a one-time effort. It is daily practice. Every day, you will be tested. Every day, you will face situations that challenge your control. And every day, you must practice. Small moments. Small decisions. These build your discipline. Over time, they become your identity. You become calm. You become steady. You become untouchable. The 15th habit is self-reflection. At the end of each day, you examine yourself. You review your actions. You analyze your responses. You ask, where did I lose control? Where did I stay calm? What can I improve? This creates growth. Because you are learning. You are adjusting. You are improving. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily. Not because he was perfect, but because he was committed to growth. And you must do the same. Because this is a journey, not a destination. You will improve. You will struggle. You will learn. But if you stay consistent, you will change. Your mind will become stronger. Your emotions will become stable. And your life will reflect that strength. Because when you control your mind, you control your reality. You are no longer reactive. You are intentional. You are not easily disturbed. You are steady. This is what it means to be emotionally untouchable. Not because nothing affects you, but because you decide what affects you. And that decision is your power. Follow me for more content like this, where we explore Stoic habits, mental discipline, and powerful ways to build a strong, calm, and unshakable mind.